Welcome to Gamers from Nowhere.
Woo!
So
At least somebody did it.
yeah, so Hunter's with us right now. So, but I do have my boys Shane and Dustin, and we want to talk about Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon Sword and Shield. They just dropped the news a couple days ago, and we was like,
At the time of recording this.
Yeah.
at the time of recording this.
Okay.
That's how excited we were.
Okay. So let's get down to brass tacks.
Mm-hmm.
What star are you picking, boy?
I'm Team Sobble. Team Baloop, if you will.
It's tricky for me. I haven't decided yet. I was originally thinking Scorbunny, but I love all three of them.
I actually like all three as well. This is one of those few times where I'm like, ooh, I like all three. I think I like all three of these guys. So I actually like all of them. There was actually a bit of weird controversy. People say, oh, it's so uncreative. They all kind of look alike. I don't think they look alike at all. But
I actually had that same first impression. I thought they looked quite similar. But
Round
in
heads.
retrospect, it's because this is the first time all three basic starters have had round heads. Had like the same shaped head. If you think about other starters, they've all had, at least one of them is a very different head shape.
oh, you know what? That's true. We should just skip this gen. I'm going to end the podcast here. So I was thinking, yeah, I don't know yet either, because for me, it's so much is dependent on the evolutions.
Yeah.
That's how I view them. I view them as one line. Like it was.
Typings are also a thing.
Yeah,
I'll say this. I'm Team Sobble, but at the same time, I agree. I see where you're coming from. Let's see what the evolutions look like before I make my final decision. I completely understand that. But I guess the way I look at it, hey, at least Sobble was cute.
All three of them are adorable.
But see, I thought that too when I had Litten, but I got burned by Litten. So, I don't know.
You got pile drived by Incineroar.
Gertie famously does not like Incineroar.
I just wanted what you made. The Jackrabbit 894 made.
Oh yeah, the Tigreal.
Grill.
That's what I want. I want like a.
You just wanted it to stay on all fours.
Oh,
I'm fine with Incineroar. I would have rather had Deoxys Duosion. Dustin.
Deoxys Duosion?
Dustin. The Poplio one that you made.
Oh, Dalcio.
That one. Decidueye.
Are we gonna have to show my old art in this video now?
Weren't you guys huge fans of Chespin back in Gen 6 originally?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. I mean, Chespin's adorable. And then you got the Macy Day Parade balloon that was.
Gen 6 was another one that I liked all three. I didn't have a preference.
Why are we talking about previous starters?
Exactly.
Okay, sorry.
What do you guys think their types will be?
Okay, so one.
I think the grass monkey is going to be grass.
What?
I think the fire. Okay, I think Scorbunny is there's an argument to be made about Scorbunny being electric fire, and so one thing I think that may lend credence to that is the fact, and this is looking way too far into it.
You're right.
Sorry. See, I'm glad you got the incredulity out the way. He already knew I was going to say something absurd. So,
continue.
What was I going to say? Scorbunny is fire electric. The line will be fire electric.
Is that a fact?
Yes.
Okay.
So the reason is because you notice how he was walking up across the gear,
yeah,
and then he jumps off the gear, and then he slides, kinetic energy, and then there's friction, fire, like static. Like if you rub your socks on the carpet and then you touch like a doorknob, you go.
Even when they described it, it sounded like it was like Scorbunny's really into going fast, speed.
They described him as energetic.
And the only type that really relates to speed, or at least best relates to speed, is electric. So fire electric would make a lot of sense.
Yeah. So we know that one now. So what are the rest?
So what do you think of Grookey?
So I think the obvious one. So
Grookey.
Oh, you're combining them. I see.
Grookey. I said Grookey.
Grookey.
Oh wait, I'm thinking of. Carry on. I'm stupid.
Okay. Grookey.
Me confused.
So it looks like it. But people have been saying, "Oh, it has the stick. It's going to be like grass fighting or something like that."
Yeah.
Something like that.
I can see that happening.
I could see it happening too, but I feel like that'd be too obvious. I feel like that's the boring way to go.
We've already had a grass fighting starter.
Well, yeah, we've had Breloom, but is that the only one?
We're talking about starters, son.
Oh,
And we're talking about Chestnut in particular.
gotcha.
Yeah. I don't think so. I think there's some. I think there has to be something. Now, what it could be, I'm thinking. Ooh, maybe grass.
Say dark.
I was gonna say maybe rock.
I had that kind of.
Well, because
thought as well.
there's also the idea that he's a instrumentalist, like he's using his stick to.
He
So
was-
he's a rock star.
He was
I
smacking
get
a
it.
rock.
And he was
in the
smacking a
trailer.
rock. He was smacking a rock.
What?
In the trailer,
Rock
that's what he was
smack.
doing.
Confirmed. Rock smack move.
Rock smack.
They're on like level 19. Okay.
All right, what about Sobble?
Part water, part sad.
I think water and ice would be a cool combo for a starter.
Sad
I
type
mean, we've got a lot of water ices already, but we don't have a starter.
Well, I think it should be blue. What were you gonna say?
I don't know. Here are my, based on nothing at all but my own mindset predictions for these starters. Scorbunny, I can totally see being Fire Fairy.
Very, frick off, you
No,
frick.
Fire Fairy is a type that has not yet existed. Not they've never combined those.
All the more reason to keep not doing
Not until Scorbunny showed up. Now we officially have a Fire Fairy.
Okay.
Confirmed. It's a fact.
It would be cool. I'd be down for that.
Me too. I'd be down. I'm glad you're down for that, so you won't be disappointed because it's happening. In my opinion, that's my theory. Anyway, Grookey. I can see grass
green.
monkey type.
Grass monkey.
I can see grass rock. You know, I wrote it down. Hold on, I completely forgot what I thought it was.
Grass ground could work, but we've already got.
I
Torterra.
can see grass fighting, grass dark, or grass rock. Those would probably be the three I narrow it down to. I definitely don't see it being grass poison.
It could just confuse us all
please,
and just be pure grass.
I mean, it could be. It could be like the Johto starters. But
Not
Anyway.
Sceptile is pure grass. As well.
Baloop. I think Baloop could be water psychic.
So that was my thinking as well. It's simply because the camouflage.
Yeah.
So
I think it'd be cool having a water psychic
Yeah.
starter.
When you
was-
said Grookey earlier, for some reason I was thinking Sobble's name was Suki. So I thought you were combining the two.
From Jersey Shore. Batsuki.
what?
I was not even
that's
thinking-
That's
Snooki.
Snooki. Wait, no, Snook. God, now I'm looking like a fool.
Okay,
I
party.
can't hear you pointing at me.
we're doing point attack.
Alright. Ow. That's super effective.
I think, no, Suki is from Fast and Furious. Anyway, back to Pokemon.
So the Galar region, first region without an O in it.
Oh,
Wait, what are your thoughts on the starters?
What are your thoughts on
What do you
starters?
think?
Yeah, we want to abuse you.
Go ahead and tell them how it's also going to be Fire Fairy.
I mean, I've already said that. I do think Fire Fairy or Fire Electric would be the best typings
What do
for
you
Scorbunny.
If you had to put money on it, what would it be?
But one
if you had
worry
to put
that I have
$50 on it.
is that Scorbunny has these like square patterns on his face and feet.
Don't
even
say fire.
say
Don't.
fire,
Never
just say
mind.
fighting.
Never mind.
I know.
Anyway, Gallery.
I know. I really don't want it to be firefighting because we had 3 of those in a row.
Who's the
Third
gym leader
and
that has the
fifth
tape on her face?
Yeah,
Fighting
that's
from
what I
Gen
mean.
4?
Like,
Whitney?
it's a common
Whitney.
trope for
Is
fighting.
that Whitney? Well, I thought Whitney's Gen 2. Who's the Gen 4 fighting gym leader?
You're thinking of oh wait, what's her name?
I
I don't remember her name, but she has pink hair and she has
Yeah,
a bandage
yeah.
on her nose.
Oh yeah.
But
Carol.
it's
Alright.
it's a common trope, at least in like Japanese media, that like fighters or fighting types have like
The
bandages.
Yeah.
So that's making me
Well,
a little
it's
bit
a
worried.
square. Is it really a bandage?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It just makes me think of a bandage, and I'm worried that might be leading to firefighting.
Maybe.
Now-
Maybe it was qualifying for a firefighting type, and then it got punched in the face and realized it couldn't be a firefighting type, and so it's
Wow.
got a band-aid on its face because it's not.
Maybe
fit.
it's just a rowdy baby, and it's going to grow up to not want to be rowdy anymore. But
What about
fire normal.
What are you thinking about that damn ape?
yeah, I don't know about Grookey. Grookey's the toughest one of the 3. I said earlier that Sobble would be nice if it was water ice. I like that type combination. I think grass rock might actually be the one I'd want Grookey to be. Or grass electric.
Sorry. Oh, excuse
Something crazy out of the blue, you know?
Grass electric, boy.
Or what if they actually like combine types from the other starters? Like, what if we had a grass fire starter or a fire water starter? How crazy would
that's
that
Gen
be?
9. We're crossing over to Generation 9 territory.
Yeah,
here.
don't spoil Gen 9 for the listeners, Shane.
Seriously, you don't want the FBI
I
contacting us.
don't know if they'd ever do that. I don't think they would.
What are your thoughts on Sobble?
Sobble, water ice, please. Thank you. Goodbye.
Please.
What a snore
change your
fest.
mind.
Water ash.
What else would it be? Water dark? Another Froakie?
Oh, water psychic.
Water psychic's cool. That'll work.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Thanks for agreeing
we're all in
with me.
agreement. Sobble will 100%.
You guys pretended to want my.
Yes, and then we
you actually just wanted me to agree with you.
Yes, we're glad you've come around to that way of thinking. Let's talk about.
The gallery region?
Let's talk about our gallery today.
The first
So,
region that I don't know.
the UK does a handstand. And then, gallery region.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
All right, anyway.
That's the one thing that all the the quote unquote leaks and rumors had right was the England region, and
I hope we get some like British slang. Oh, you lousy stork!
okay, I don't know if they go that far. I noticed there's a tower, like a really tall tower at the top of the region. I think that might be the Pokemon League.
Yeah,
It'd be pretty. It'd be really.
There's a lot of
cool,
towers
though.
actually. It's Towerland. There's the tower at the industrial kind of area, the
Yeah,
steampunk
there's
area.
the one that looks like Big Ben or
So-
Queen Elizabeth's Tower.
So Big Ben, that one is not the one you think. It's not the one with that has the Pokeball up front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that one. There's another one in the uppermost region that straight up looks like Big Ben. Check out the
Yeah.
map. Actually, you have the map on your phone.
Yeah, I do.
Look at the map. If you can, it's kind
Study
of
it.
study it. Think about it. So
Take
go
a test
up,
on it.
so
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah,
I
see it
It's got
there?
a clock face.
Yep. So that is like the fine. So what's weird about this region is it looks like there's your starting area.
It looks like you'll be starting all the way south and then working your way north.
Yeah. So the
This is
starting
very,
area.
very vertical map.
Yes, starting area, the big industrial sort of Victorian era.
Yeah, well,
kind
the
of
starting
London.
area is kind of like a countryside. Then you get
Right.
to the industrial part right around
Right
the
there.
middle.
Then you head to this weird sort of fortress-like area,
Yeah.
and then you go to the final area. It's like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Although there is like a huge wall behind the fortress area.
Yeah.
I wonder what that's
So,
about.
That's to keep the White Walkers out.
So yeah, and thank you, Dustin. What a timely reference because I think it's about to start the final season.
Do you think these lakes in front of the industrial place are supposed to be shaped like something?
So that
You're supposed to be shaped like water.
I think it's in the shape of a lake.
Oh, okay.
Just a theory.
What was I going to say? So okay, is it okay if we reference other channels?
Sure.
Okay, so I think the Ojama Yellow, he has a great theory.
Great video on what?
I'm kidding. No, Game Explain has a theory about the area just past the starting area. So show me the map once again.
Right.
So this area looks like this area looks like a completely free-form area. You can go around in any direction you please. It looks like this.
It does look a little open world.
Yeah, and that's what I'm really excited for. I want less linear gameplay in my Pokemon. Thank you very much, Game Freak. Give me a hot dog without the lettuce, please. Thank you.
Right. So you got something to say, Duzin?
No,
Okay.
I just felt like snapping. Because it's a Switch game.
Can we talk about the logos for a second? Because I noticed they both have wolf
Dogs.
or dog ornaments on them.
I think they're supposed to be wolves or something. I don't know.
I mean, it's probably just a relation to like how swords often have
Like a
wolves,
pommel,
wolf heads
yeah.
at the pommel.
Or
But
like
do you think maybe the legendaries could both be canine?
So have you seen the image of the giant on the hill of
Oh
grass?
yeah. There's
Yeah.
like weird crop circle.
So
thing
the
on side
theory,
of
the
hill.
most popular theory right now is that is a legendary.
It could be. It could be at least like a crude drawing of one.
And then
That would be, in my personal opinion, that would be a very letdown of a legendary.
It looks kind of Meltan-ish, actually. Have you noticed?
Yeah, but I've heard some people suggest that it could be a new form of Meltan.
Yeah, it looks like a huge Meltan, like killing people with his voice.
Yeah, so Meltan is the legendary. Wait, well, if it is Meltan, is Meltan a Gen 8 Pokemon?
Yeah, I mean, well, I think it's...
Wait, is Meltan in Gen 7? Can you get Meltan?
Yeah, you can get it in Pokemon Go and then transfer it to Let's Go.
Okay, what was Let's Go?
Yeah.
It's Gen 1!
So, I mean,
It's like the
technically Gen 7, but I think they'll do something with it in this game as well to kind of bring it more into fruition.
That's actually really weird. Meltan could be a Pokemon without a generation.
It could be. I guess for now,
The
I'm
generation
personally
was
going to class it as
Pokemon.
Gen 7
Gen 7.5.
because it came out before Gen 8, but after Gen 7.
Oh yeah, that is true. The generation should be considered the whole year until they say, all right, this Pokemon generation is now released. Then that's
Then again,
We'll probably get some kind of answer when we see how the Pokedex looks. And
we had
Sword and Shield.
Pokemon revealed before the generation before as well, so it's hard to say really.
yeah. So, what do you want to? What else do you want to say?
Well, let's talk about the legendaries.
Okay.
What we think they might be. I mean, we were
what
just
if we don't get legendaries?
We were just talking about Meltan maybe being one.
No, I think we'll definitely get legendaries.
With Sword and Shield on as the names, I was thinking Steel type for both of them. That sounds a little bit drab.
So I think one will be more defensive.
Yeah.
I do think one will be more
and
offensive.
one's going to be heavier attack. I mean,
Bastiodon and Rampardos.
goes without
That's
saying.
your legendaries, man. Hope you like it.
Hey,
Or
at least I
like you
didn't.
said,
At least I
everybody
didn't. I'm not
Aegis
one of the
Slash.
billions of people that said, "Oh, Mega Aegislash."
Oh my god.
So, see, that's very uncreative.
So
Yeah, we didn't get a silhouette or anything for the legendaries.
No.
Nothing at all.
it makes me wonder if that's intentional or if they're just because for Sun and Moon, if I recall, it's like legendaries.
Yeah, Sun and Moon showed everything in the opening. Well, not everything, but they showed like gameplay footage, the starters, and the legendaries all together.
Oh yeah, and it's also like Tapu Koko. It was legendary Topia for a while.
Yeah.
One thing I really don't like what they did with Sun and Moon was like I forget how frequent it was, but like every week or every month or something, they put out like a whole bunch of information. Oh, new Pokemon was discovered. New Pokemon was discovered.
Actually-
and then by the time we got the game, it was like,
That's
okay,
it.
we already knew all this.
Actually, I was thinking of X and Y. I was thinking about the very first initial trailer for a game, and I said Sun and Moon, but I meant X and Y.
I know
the
they
Sun-
did show Yveltal.
The Sun and Moon, they showed very little, and then later on, they showed us the starters and everything.
My bad. I might.
Yeah, I was thinking of X and Y. But anyway,
But yeah,
no starters or no legendary.
this isn't like a super big tidbit or anything. It's just, I guess, a small tidbit. You guys think we'll get a new evolution?
Ooh, we are overdue. I think.
I saw
It's been-
someone say, I think it was the Supreme Arcanines on stream. I think I saw him say that they could bring out like 3 new evolutions, like the first gen, since we only got 1 in 6th gen, so it would balance it out to 4.
You guys think about? Oh, go on.
I know, like it would even it out. It would make the number. Actually, I mean there is 8, so that is even already.
What I think is interesting is that 4th gen, we had evolutions.
We had 2
Yeah.
of them.
2 evolutions. Oh, wait, actually, wait. Johto, Gen 2, we got evolutions.
Yeah, 2,
Gen
yes.
3, we didn't get any. Gen 4, we got evolutions. Gen 5, we didn't get any. Gen 6, we got an evolution. Gen 7, we didn't get any. So now,
Gen 8,
So Gen 8 is time
yeah,
for an evolution.
at least 1 to pair with Sylveon. Well, I don't know if it pairs or not, but
Does it have to be Steel type? Doesn't it? Maybe. It's probably gonna be Steel type.
It would make sense to be Steel type.
Steel
Steel.
type, and what if they put out 2? Steel.
Steel and
Dragon.
dragon. Steel and bug.
Steel-
and ghost.
and water. What?
Oh, do you guys think trainer customization is coming back?
We've seen them in different outfits, so kinda already, yeah.
Have we?
Have we? I don't
think we have.
Well, no, we saw them in the soccer
we saw-
outfit. Soccer outfit.
Okay.
Oh,
It's called football, my dear sir.
yeah, but that might be like a certain area.
Yeah,
only
we
exclusive
need to
that
talk
area.
about that. I'm glad you brought that up. Whoever brought that up.
That was
Um,
pretty. The soccer thing, if that's what you're talking about.
Well, I mean, just like the topic of trainer customization.
Okay.
What the F do you think that's all about? You think it's going to be a mini game?
Oh, the stadium thing?
Yeah, because it can't be like, oh, you're walking into a gym battle.
Oh.
Why would you be dressed to play?
It de-
American soccer / football. You know.
So that's one of the that's one of the arguments for customization is that it's not something you are forced to wear. It's something you trailer that character went to change his outfit and changed into soccer.
Right, but that could be like because I mean like in Gen 7 we had the ride uniform or whatever. It could be just something that your trainer wears for that event.
But we don't.
And I'm thinking that soccer arena or whatever it is actually looked like baseball to me. Whatever kind of arena that is, I think it's going to be like a side thing, kind of like how in past gens we had contest halls and we had like there was one gen. I think it was the Gen 4, Gen 2 remakes.
All I'm going to say, and I hope this
race.
does not again frustrate anyone. I highly recommend watching the Game Explain analysis of the stadium.
Okay. Well, I mean, you just don't want to talk about it because
it's heavily suggested that they are gyms because we found 8 of them, I think, of like this.
Oh, like the big round dome stadium.
Yeah, dome stadiums.
Oh, so you think they might be
yes, but like it's just still confusing me how.
What is weird though is you can't see your trainer behind your Pokemon. You ever noticed that in the trailer? You can't see your trainer behind your Pokemon.
I wasn't really paying enough attention, but yeah.
Huh. Maybe they just haven't worked that in yet.
Yeah, maybe.
It's early game footage. What do you guys think about? Wow, it feels like we've covered everything, but there's still some more things we can talk about. What do you guys feel about completely random encounters again?
Oh. Sad.
Yeah, it's a little
disappointing. For me, this is the ultimate sign of like one step forward,
and
one
then
step back.
And then they take out the cool feature.
Like, I just want for once we get a Pokemon game that has like a new region, Pokemon follow you, you can see Pokemon on the grass, and maybe you even like it's all the features that like we all love from every game in one game.
Speaking of the grass, though, it does look incredible in this game, and the water. The water is like photorealistic.
I think everything about it looks pretty realistic.
It looks really nice. I'm looking through, because I took some pictures of the conversation we had the day the trailer dropped, just to remember like what my first thoughts were.
I didn't respond to it till like way later.
One thing I want is difficulty at the beginning, like difficulty settings.
That would be great.
Or at least give us a veterans mode so that the game doesn't hold your hand as much.
Yes, please, sir. I don't have a lot of hope on that because the director Shigeru Omori is directing it, and he's the one who does. Well, wait, I think he directed Sun and Moon, and he directed Horus.
Right.
I think, and he's directing this one, and I don't think his philosophy really is, you are a baby. God, yeah, please, Game Freak, please just acknowledge that some of us know what we're doing.
New Game Plus or something.
Yeah.
That'd be the dream.
And Dustin and I talked about how we like if there is customization to get like costumes that match the protagonists of previous games.
That's been my hope for
like Gen 6. I've heard
past several generations.
Yeah.
Like, let me dress up as my boy Lucas.
Also, shiny locked legendaries need to be a thing of the past. Like, for sure.
So you can't get them normally when shiny? Or?
Right. So certain Pokemon, like...
Because they want to hold out and do, like special Xerneas events for them.
Yeah.
Let me spend 18 weeks of my life soft resetting for a shiny cover.
Let us waste our lives if we want to. We may not see it as a waste.
Yeah. But yeah, let's see. We kind of like... Those last few topics, we just kind of went boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, I know. And
I had other points for each one, but we kept.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I don't remember.
Oh, damn.
I'm sorry. I feel like I was going a little too fast.
Well, here's the thing: they'll have more content will come out, and then you can mention more stuff.
That's true.
It's not like this is the only discussion we can have on. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I hope. I've been kind of burned a little bit on Pokemon recently for various reasons, but I hope this is the entry that makes me want to jump back into the series.
Reignites that flame.
Yeah, I'm like, ooh, baby, I'm ready to have some children here tonight.
It will be a unique experience because it's on Switch. I mean, Let's Go was on Switch, but it's not a standard Pokemon.
It's whatever the heck. remember there was that huge argument, and now I don't even care. But I remember there was this huge argument of like whether or not whether or not Let's Go is canonical, like part of the main series. And then I think Dustin, you and I initially came down on yes because Masuda had a line where he said like it was either Masuda or it was the head of the Pokemon company like heavily suggested that it is a mainline game.
Yeah,
and then
the other one said nah.
Yeah, but then there was another people like, oh, it's not, or something.
Yeah, we had some people from Game Freak said it was, and others said it wasn't.
Yeah.
So it's like they didn't even know.
So, but I guess now though, looking back, I don't really care.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. To me, in my own personal opinion, it had enough of the elements for me to correlate it to a mainline game.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a trainer, I'm getting gym badges, I'm catching Pokemon, and I'm battling other trainers.
I mean, it is a reimagining of Yellow. It feels just like Yellow did, except
But then you had other people who were just like, oh, you can't battle wild Pokemon. Now it's not a Pokemon game.
Yeah.
But you're still catching them.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that. I totally get it.
Yeah.
But we got wild battles back in these games.
Yeah, so that's the thing is, you know what would be really cool though is if we were able to choose between wild battles or the Let's Go catching method.
That's what I think would be perfect because
I like wild battles, you like the Go method.
Like, I mean, well, if I had it completely my way, I would keep wild battles but just give you an option to battle it at the beginning. Don't make me throw out my whole Pokemon, whole thing, and then just be like, all right, return, we're getting out of here.
Yeah, that's a bit annoying.
Let me decide whether or not I want to throw that Pokemon out first.
That would be really cool. That'd be a huge...
It is kind of silly if you think about it, like running across Pokemon. It's like, oh, well, I have to, guys. Like,
yeah.
You're like, all right, what should we do now, Garchomp? Garchomp's waiting for you to say something. You're like, better idea.
Let's just get out of here. Okay. One issue with overworld Pokemon, or seeing wild Pokemon in the overworld.
There's no issue. Shut your mouth.
I mean, like, I want it really badly. But if they're going to model every Pokemon, then they might as well let it follow behind us. And there's none of that in the trailer.
Yeah, that's another thing I'm gonna miss.
Also,
that's honestly the best feature of Let's Go.
There's no there doesn't seem to be a friend or a rival either in the trailer.
Not yet. I think we'll see something. I think it's a little too early.
But do you think it'll be?
I mean, the rivals have been getting like less and less rivalry.
I know. I want a good rival. That'd be so amazing.
I want another gold and silver rival.
Ben the bloke. Oi, Ben the bloke. What are you lot doing around here?
Well,
I don't know.
While I'm thinking about it, it might also be time for a female professor again, because we've only had the one in Gen 5.
That's true. We haven't seen a professor yet. I didn't even think about that.
There's no professor. You just go.
You are the professor this time. Plot twist.
And you're your rival.
So, here's another thing. Do you think there'll be a gimmick in this game?
Oh, absolutely.
Will there be...
gimmick?
So, Gen 6... So, this is like a thing that's been happening in the recent generations Pokemon, right? So Gen 6... Mega Evolution.
And then
Gen 7, Z-Moves. Gen 8, what?
Soccer.
I saw...
Some people have suggested Fusion.
I've going back when you keep bringing up Game Explain, I heard them say something about Fusion.
Oh, yeah?
This would be the generation to do it. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know if I want that.
I saw a post somewhere about like armor evolutions.
Armor evolution.
Kind of like Mega Evolution, but they'll be like armored or something.
Anyway, Pokemon Fusion doesn't sound that bad after all.
You just kidding. No, I don't know because Z-Moves for me were such a like kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like I used it every now and then, but it wasn't like Mega Evolution felt like a defining trait of Gen 6. Like the professor was obsessed with Mega Evolution. Every gym leader you talk to, Mega Evolution, blah blah blah.
It had more of an impact on the actual battle. Like Z-Moves were just like, all right, here's one turn.
Yeah, it's one turn.
I mean, I get the idea because I respect the idea of Z-Moves because it's like, how do we make these Pokemon that don't have maybe Mega Evolutions or something or don't want to evolve? How do we make them compete with stronger Pokemon that have higher stats?
Yeah,
because that to me has for a long time been the fundamental flaw of Pokemon is
you can't use every Pokemon.
Right. So like
every Pokemon's viable.
Like I love Litten and Torracat. Right, but I cannot take Torracat with me to the Elite Four and hope to win. Well, I mean, I can, and maybe if it's like really,
but you have to be way over leveled,
and have like really know what I'm doing. I want those Pokemon to be viable Pokemon.
Right.
So.
Honestly, I don't know if they'll ever get around to the point where making a base form starter
because
just as good as it's.
Yeah, I know. I get that because it makes if you have your base form starter be as strong as a final form Pokemon, it makes the growth aspect of the game lesser, right? Yeah. Because the whole idea is oh snap, I got a Charizard now,
Yeah.
I got power. And if you make Charmander as strong as Charizard, then it's it makes it lesser.
That being said, the earlier stages do learn moves quicker. So if you want you can wait a little while to evolve if you want to move earlier or something.
But does anybody really do that?
Does
anybody really?
It's not real.
Some people do.
You know what? I'm gonna wait until level 53 to evolve my Charmander into Charmeleon.
It's a level 53, just 53. Yeah. Yeah. I don't see that happening. But so, do you have any ideas of what the gimmick could be? Aside from ideas like fusion and stuff.
Honestly, I didn't put much thought into this.
No, I didn't either. This is just off.
I tried to imagine that armor theory, and I could actually kind of see it working, but it would have to be.
I would.
It would have to be only set Pokemon like Mega Evolution was. Yeah. Only certain ones.
As far as I don't know as far as completely new mechanic. Touching on Mega Evolution again, I wouldn't too terribly mind them introducing more Megas. I don't think they will, but that'd be something I'm down for.
It is kind of weird that we've had the initial Gen 6 Mega Evolutions, and then after that it's been nothing.
We got some more.
Oris had some. Yeah,
we
Oris had a set of Megas.
Oh yeah, well, true, but that's still Gen 6.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's by generation of games. Yes.
Yeah.
So Mega
That's so
Evolution
weird. They were very picky and choosy about that, and it's a little unfair to the other starters that didn't Gen 2 starters.
They might be done with Mega Evolution. They might not do it anymore.
I mean, I would not be surprised.
I think it's weird that they would implement something that drastic though.
And then just take it. All right, never mind.
It is peculiar.
But I don't know what could be. The trading card game has this thing now called Team Up.
Oh yeah, like Pikachu and Zekrom and Snorlax and Eevee.
But I don't know how that would work in a game. So.
It could be a double battle thing, but that's not.
That's not what they did in Let's Go. Is shake the other Joy-Con and there you go. Now you 2 players.
Maybe it'll be
Do you guys think they'll bring back some kind of cooperative style play?
You know what
I don't mean Let's Go. That was half-ass co-op.
Yeah.
Real. I don't know. I always feel like co-op and multiplayer has always been such a background thing for them. Except weirdly maybe Black and White, but ever since then I feel like it's been where you could visit each other's game, kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah. But something that would be
cool. You can do something like that in Gen 4 as well.
Oh,
with the underground tunnels.
Yeah.
The Festival Plaza in Gen 7. It'd be cool if they made the new version of that.
No.
A hub where players can actually interact with each other.
Actual players instead of the NPCs of the players.
Yeah, that'd be fun too. I love a players hub. That'd be cool.
But then there's no way they can do that without turning it into an MMO or something.
One thing I want back is friggin' being able to switch out my Pokemon on the fly, not having to go to a PC.
Yeah,
that was so convenient.
The Pokemon box, the mobile Pokemon box was pretty. It kind of spoiled me, to be honest.
Same here. I loved it too.
I kept going to Pokemon Center. Well, I'm still playing it, so I keep going to Pokemon Center. It's I need to do this and this, and then I'm oh wait, I don't have to. I can just open up the start menu.
Also, nicknaming. You can nickname on the fly too. You don't have to go to a name rater.
Yeah, I want that to be a thing.
Also, on the topic of nicknames, if we could nickname traded Pokemon now, that would be good too.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I get why they do it the way they do it, but and whether they do that or not, it's not going to make or break the game for me. No, but I agree that would be a really nice feature.
It's just a little something that would help spice things up. Because they did say they're trying new things in the trailer.
Yeah. What else do you guys think they're going to venture out to do? New wise.
Triple typing?
Triple
You remember that time they introduced triple battles? And
I'm so glad that did not transfer over to the
I
next
know.
generation.
Could you
That
imagine
was
how
annoying.
confusing it would be? Like trying to remember what's weak to what.
Didn't Gen 6 have a inverse battle or something like that? Was it Gen 6? Or?
Yeah. Wait, was it Gen 6? Was it? I think it was Gen 5.
It was one of the two. But
Yeah, they had battles that were like the types were opposites.
yeah, so like a fire type was weak to grass type, for example.
Yeah,
Or a water type was weak to fire.
they were fun though. I like those battles.
Oh god, you had to think. That was like playing a freaking puzzle game battle. It was kind of fun though. I did.
Yeah, because Gen 5 also introduced like the rotation battles where you
Yeah.
have 3 Pokemon out and you have to turn the
that's what I
screen.
was talking about.
Yeah.
But you're glad that's gone.
Yeah, I hated rotation battles. Triple battles were one thing, but rotation battles were even worse, I think. What do you guys think as far as story goes? I want a more like gritty, ambitious story like Gen 5.
It would be nice.
Yeah, I think that'd be nice too. I want something unexpected, kind of like Gen 5, where you have like N take over the Elite Four and stuff. I'd really love something that's just like completely out of the box. Like,
Oh yeah, because in Black and White, like first time through the Elite Four, you don't even get to finish it right then because it gets interrupted. I thought that was brilliant.
I would like a villain team that seems like an actual threat because Team Flare and Team Skull. I love Team Skull to death, but they are idiots.
what do you think about the
Well, they weren't even really the bad
I
teams.
know.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. I want to see what. I don't know. I'm very interested to see because I agree. I want something a bit grittier, but I don't know. I kind of want them to do something different. I don't know what different. I can't put my finger on it. I don't know if it's going to be like maybe you join a team and then they turn out to be evil or something like that. I don't know. Something more involved.
I think it will be different. I mean, they said they're trying different things. I'm taking that into like the extremes, I guess. But
You know, speaking of extreme like ideas, I think it would be really cool if they ever make a Pokemon game. I don't think they ever will. At least not a mainline
Yeah,
Pokemon game.
we'll never make a Pokemon game.
Like no, at least a mainline Pokemon game with this idea. But like that'd be kind of neat if you're able to like kind of choose your, path, like your vocation. in a
Yeah,
sense.
I mean, I don't,
Like, what if I don't want to collect gym badges? Like, what if I want to be a freaking
they could do like
breeder?
a Fire Emblem Fates Birthright Conquest deal where Sword will be one thing and Shield will be the other.
Yeah,
Could.
but that was controversial though with people because some people were like, "Well, I'm not getting the full story," but
Yeah, that's true.
But like, make it where you can GTA it, and be a bad guy, steal people's Pokemon.
I don't think that's going to happen.
That'll never happen.
Although Pokemon stealing was a thing in Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness. You steal.
Yeah,
Shadow
but they painted it as you're the good guy, stealing
Yeah.
the bad guy's Pokemon.
yeah, but I would like something where you have more. Like, it is interesting because every Pokemon game talks about like, oh, in this world, people do all kinds of things with Pokemon. By the way, do this very specific thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's the only thing you can do.
No, I get it. That's the core formula of it, and they'll never change that up very much. So, and I get that and I understand that. It's just like it'd be kind of neat.
Yeah.
Like I said, it wouldn't be a mainline game if they ever took that route.
It could still be interesting, though.
I mean, there's definitely potential here for something great.
Yeah, definitely.
This is like allowed to be, because of the console, it's allowed to be the biggest, most ambitious Pokemon game.
Here's one thing though, I kind of wish people like, and I'm talking to the people who are like, oh, Pokemon on a Breath of the Wild scale. I politely and respectfully ask you to tone it down just a bit, because if you all remember how long that game took to come out,
Yeah. So
and I don't think we're gonna get. Not to say we won't ever get it. I just don't think this game. I can bet money this game's not going to be a Breath of the Wild Pokemon. In terms of visuals, it could be great. Like visuals, yes.
What if it was?
I mean,
But what if it was?
just based on the early game footage that we saw in the trailer this past week it already looks incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but like, again, I'm specifically referring to those who are asking for like a Breath of the Wild sized map
Yeah, I don't
with
know.
that amount of free freedom.
I
you know?
can't see that happening.
Freedom!
They're never gonna let the player just go wherever they want, whenever they want.
Why not? I want GTA Pokemon. I want Skyrim Pokemon. I want Breath of the Wild Pokemon.
Xenoblade
Z-
Chronicle 2.
Xenoblade Chronicles X and Y. Yeah. I want that. We can save that for another discussion about.
I just
what
thought
we
of
want.
another type that Grookey could be. Would be nice.
Water Fairy.
Grass Steel.
Oh yeah, I thought about that too. Anyway, what about what do you guys think? And this is not a theory I just came up with. This is what I've heard. Well, how would you guys feel if the setting for Sword and Shield was actually the Pokemon War referred to in X
so
and
this
Y?
is like a prequel, like a prologue
Super mega
Pokemon game?
prequel.
Yeah, but wasn't that like medieval? Well, Sword and Shield. I
We don't
guess.
know how.
long ago, but it was like thousands of years
No,
ago.
it was 3,000 years ago, but we don't know what their technology was like back then. This is a Pokemon world.
But do we? But I feel like Pokeballs and Pokedexes were later because wasn't Professor Oak like wasn't that his big invention was the Pokedex? Am I crazy?
Have we seen a Pokedex in this game?
Not yet. But we have
Gotcha.
some
Gotcha
Pokeballs.
there. It's confirmed.
We
There
have
are two things we know.
Pokeballs.
Score Bunny is Fire Fairy, and this is 3,000 years ago.
Thank you. Remember that time you and I had a bet of there would be a Mega Flygon?
I
We
do.
were 100%. We had
I
a
specifically remember you losing that bet.
but it should have been me. I should have done Wonyard.
Yeah, Mega Flygon, Mega Dragonite, they both should have happened.
And I want to make it clear again, just in case it's foggy. I was a fan of the idea. I wanted a Mega Flygon. I just didn't think it would happen, and I was right.
Shut up. It was billion years. That was 3,000 years ago.
Do you think it would be a little lackluster if they released more Mega Evolutions this gen? What do you think the
I mean, I
reaction would be?
my reaction would be indifference, probably,
Yeah.
because I know for myself. Speaking for myself, I don't
It'll
hate
boil
the
down
idea.
to what gets Mega Evolutions.
Yeah,
true.
kind of. It'll kind of boil down to what gets Mega Evolutions. But a lot of the Mega Evolutions that I saw, I'm not huge fans of. I'm not a fan of, like, for instance, I know you guys like it, but I don't like Mega Swampert at all.
I like regular Swampert more than Mega Swampert.
So, but it depends, I guess. I would not be ecstatic. You know, I'd be like, okay, cool. I hope some get it that deserve it, but I want something. You know, that's not a new idea to me. So that
You
wouldn't
want a
be
new, refreshing gimmick.
Yes, something that really excites me, which I can't name because I don't know it yet. I'm hoping Game Freak knows what I want.
Just looking through our combo again to see if I had anything else to say, but it looks like I covered everything I wanted to.
Do you think that you will be allowed to hug your Pokemon and give them a big smoocheroo?
Do you think Pokemon
Probably.
Refresh
Pokemon
will come
Mew was a
back?
thing. Pokemon Refresh.
Oh, Pokemon Refresh, Pokemon on me.
Honestly, that kind of tilted the difficulty of the game in a completely unfair advantage towards the player. Anybody who used that,
If it
because it's
returns-
literally to the point where a Pokemon can just cure its own poison
Yeah.
That's true.
or live one-hit KO moves. Like, no joke. A Pokemon can land Horn Drill or Fissure or Sheer Cold on you, and if your Pokemon likes you enough, it can just live anyway. And
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't think that
it
should
absolutely
be allowed.
destroys Nuzlocke.
Yeah. I bet it does.
I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I think one of the hurdles of Game Freak is how do we have people bond with their Pokemon without it breaking the game and without it making it feel authentic? Because to me, it's never felt authentic. I've always very much felt like I was feeding a digital algorithm some data. You know, I don't know.
Well, the way I see it is,
I don't know.
like, I'm okay with the stat buffs because they're trying to appease, like, younger Pokemon fans or people who have never, like, played a video game.
Here's
But
the thing.
Do you remember?
They could give us the option to turn it off, or they completely
Right.
ignore it.
Like, speaking of toggles for turning things on and off, like, what about, like, we need to be able to skip cutscene if we so desire.
Yes,
God,
please.
I don't see myself skipping cutscenes during my first playthrough.
No,
But-
obviously.
coming back from my second playthrough, let me skip those cutscenes.
Yes, I've played Moon
Please.
like 3 times now, and it's agony.
It is.
The first time was amazing. The second and third is just
I don't think the story itself, and I definitely don't think the characters are bad inherently in Gen 7. It's just the present, like the way they present it.
It's
It's
just
just
like-
so slow.
Yeah, it's
Especially
just
in the
so
beginning of the
food-worthy.
game. It's like every 5 steps you take, they keep stopping you to talk to you. It's like,
Exactly.
Shush.
And going back to like to touch back on difficulty and stuff like that, am I the only one who feels like Game Freak, just, as time goes on, just expects so much less from the younger generation?
That's true, because
Like we were the young generation at one time, and we got Pokemon Yellow. That game's hard.
Pokemon was always geared towards children.
It's like as time goes on, they're like, oh, this generation of kids is dumber than the last generation. We have to make it easier.
You're absolutely
And now
right.
the
dude.
next generation, we got to make it even easier because those ones are even dumber.
It does
you know?
not need to get easier. You're right.
Yeah.
If we can do it, we lived, we managed. Let the new kids do it.
Yeah, that's something I thought about a lot. Is like, I think that they can do it. It's just like I said. I think difficulty scaling would be difficulty options would be a welcome thing. Black 2 and White 2, interestingly enough, not a lot of people know this. Actually had a way to give you 2 people the difficulty settings. I forget what they were.
Yeah, well, you unlock a hard setting after you beat the Elite Four.
Right, but then I think don't you have to gift it to someone who has White?
Do you?
I think maybe
I don't
crazy.
know about all that.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I remember it being something. It wasn't so cut and dry about like just now it's on. Well, I can play it on hard.
It's really
I remember there being some kind of weird
all hard mode needs to be.
mechanic.
It's like maybe trainers have slightly higher level Pokemon, and you have the option to skip cutscenes. You have the option to like ignore tutorials or say no to tutorials.
Well, it's like what people doing like Nuzlocke and stuff do, and Soul Links on YouTube. They a lot of times when they know they've obviously played through the game before, they know what to expect, but they go and they adjust that difficulty scale because that's what you can do in a
Yeah,
when
you
you're
can
playing a
modify
ROM,
it.
for example, you can just slide that and bump up the NPC's difficulty,
Yeah.
like the level of their Pokemon by like 1 or 2% or something like that. And it's not every Pokemon's a 1 level higher necessarily, but it's like
The
some
Pokemon are just
Pokemon are
naturally
level higher.
stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And something else they can do, and like when playing a ROM, is you can basically make the NPCs smarter.
Yeah. Yeah, I love
So
it
the
if
way
they
give you a challenge.
I love that. Well,
Like maybe more NPCs use items. That's something they don't do very often.
yeah, gym leaders in Elite 4 do.
Yeah,
lot,
they
but-
do, but I'm talking about like just regular
regular
ass
train-
trainers.
yeah.
Yeah, and have them like maybe even try to like make predictions and stuff and pull out their Pokemon and
Yeah, it'd be super cool to
do,
see some like
reads.
actual
Yeah, yeah.
intelligence in the AI.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I
Actually,
mean, they have the capacity in the game. Have you tried Battle Tree in Sun and Moon?
I haven't
Or Ultra
yet.
Sun and Ultra Moon?
no. Hard.
Holy crap, that is hard. Like that is actually hard. Like
I've not tried it,
Shane and
so-
I actually we did. It's the same concept as Battle Maison
Battle
from
Maison,
Gen
yeah.
6.
Yeah.
And like Battle Resort and stuff like that, and Battle Frontier and the like. But Shane and I, we did pretty well, like
Yeah,
in Battle Maison.
We used to do Mason just for fun.
Yeah, but oh my lord, like I think I can't even win 3 battles in Battle Tree.
I've got to try it now. You've got me interested.
Like it's way harder than Battle Maison. Like
Wow.
literally two wins is what I got, and I barely got the second win.
So what kind of new Pikachu we getting this?
Blue, Blue, he's here. Congratulations.
About time.
Pikachu and Pikachu.
Do you know there's going to be an electric rodent that's going to be a knockoff of Pikachu?
Oh yeah,
There always is.
we had Togedemaru.
We had Dedenne before that. We
Dedenne.
had
Emolga,
Emolga, yes.
Pachirisu, Minun and Plusle, and
And then
arguably
I guess Pichu in Gen 2, but that's actually an evolution of Pikachu, so that one hardly counts.
But still,
Well, I mean, Gen 2, they were getting their shiz together back then.
well, I would say Gen 2 Meryl.
Well, it's not an electric rodent, and it doesn't have
Yeah,
the
I'm
cheeks.
talking about like specifically electric rodents. There's always at least one, and it never evolves. Except for Peachy.
What do you think the bird is going to be based off of? There's always a bird.
Yeah, there's always a triple stage bird.
Well,
Well,
Gen 3 had a
sometimes
two-stage bird.
Yeah.
And Gen 2.
What do you think, Shane? Toucan.
What kind of birds are native to England?
Ostriches.
You got him, boy.
It'd be cool if there was like a cardinal or a blue jay or something. That'd be neat.
Sounds pretty American to me. Maybe.
Are they
Maybe-
American?
I don't know.
I know. The blue jay is like one of our neighboring states' bird. No, ours is the blue jay.
No, ours is the wren.
Oh, no.
What do you mean? Nowhere does not have a bird. What are you talking about?
What do we have? A tumbleweed?
Tumbleweed.
That's our state bird. House sparrow.
Oh, it could like a red-breasted robin or something.
A red-breasted robin.
I think robins are
European robin.
native to England.
So viewers, we're using we're looking at birds right now. Native to.
On
Britain.
the Nowhere search engine.
Ooh, what about that? That looks cool. Wag.
All right, viewers, we want that one.
Okay, see
Game
now.
Freak, we want that one.
All right. We don't
Make
have
it.
a Game Freak.
This podcast is degraded to us just pointing at nothing. I mean, we're pointing at things, but they can't tell.
That could be kind of cool.
It's
A wagtail.
I thought it was a penguin from over
So
here.
just like a black and white bird. That would be pretty neat.
You mean a penguin?
A penguin. Are we really talking about bird species?
Okay, well,
I
okay.
think-
This has gotten way off topic. Should we just end it here?
I think this podcast derailed.
Okay.
I mean, like it derailed a while ago, and then we kind of got it back on track, and then it's kind of derailing again.
That's
Okay.
kinda how
This is
conversations always
now
go
a
with
this
us,
is now. Yeah, this is now a bird watchers podcast.
Honestly, this is less of a podcast and more of us just like, all right, we're not. There's no microphone in the room. We're just talking. We're just spewing ideas out.
Yeah.
Well, we have already talked about everything in the trailer. If you guys want to wrap it up,
Wrap it up.
Get it, wrapped it up.
Yeah.
The show is on there, just like Mr. Say it.
Crub.
Yes.
You weren't actually supposed to say it. Okay. Sorry, viewers. That was an inside joke. See, okay, okay. I'm gonna end this now before we do something that derails.
But wait,
our-
we didn't even talk about the
Yeah, we did.
I mean,
Okay.
we probably did, but I feel like there's still a lot we can talk about.
Of course. Well, like I said, there'll always be more discussions. Oh, I just hit Dustin.
I already
Okay.
broke my leg.
All right. On that note, I think it's time to end the podcast
Okay.
and the episode. Okay.
Sure
Thank
call.
you, guys.
Your button click.
And let's be real, nobody's left watching this.
Boy, I'm up.